Good
afternoon, everybody, and welcome to City Hall for today's finance meeting, Thursday, February 26th. This is Councilman Britt Moore, along with Councilman Michael Holmes, Councilman Tim Andrews, and we are expecting Mayor Pro Tem Monica Peters. But we do have enough to get started, so we will jump right into our agenda. The first item today is 2026-42, and I'll call on Chief Fire Brian Evans.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Councilman Moore, Councilman Holmes, Councilman Andrew. It gives me great pleasure to introduce two new members of my command staff, Deputy Chief Joe Bradshaw, standing behind me, and Deputy Chief Travis Thompson. They'll be presenting on these two items for the fire department today, sir.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The purpose of this agenda item is to consider a resolution adopting the updated Guilford County Hazardous Mitigation Plan in order to reduce long-term risks to people and property from hazards and to maintain eligibility for state and federal hazard mitigation funding. The Guilford County Hazard Mitigation Plan is a comprehensive planning document that identifies natural and human-caused hazards that pose a risk to the county, assesses the community's vulnerability to those hazards, and outlines strategies and actions to reduce or eliminate long-term risks. The impact to the budget will be no impact. The High Point Fire Department recommends City Council is requested to consider a resolution adopting the updated Guilford County Hazard Mitigation Plan and authorize the appropriate city officials to execute all necessary documents. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I got one. Go ahead.
No, I'm just, I'd like to read through that because I like doing that, so that's all. I just wanted to see what copy of it. Yes, please.
I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
You talked about it keeps us eligible for some funding.
Yes, sir.
That we otherwise wouldn't get.
Yes, sir. That is the FEMA funding. This is a 5-year document, and it allows us to apply for FEMA funding by signing the document.
Which if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to.
We would not be eligible for FEMA funding. Yes, sir.
There's the tie-in. Anybody else?
That's it.
All right. If there's
Thank
no
you.
further discussion, I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-42.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you very much. And welcome. We're glad you're here.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So the purpose of this is to seek approval from City Council to authorize the award of a contract for the replacement of the roof at Fire Station 9. The project is necessary to ensure the continued protection of the facility, maintain safe and reliable operations, and provide a durable, code-compliant roofing system that supports uninterrupted emergency response services. The recommended bid reflects the lowest responsive bidder, contractor qualifications, proposed materials, and project schedule. The existing roofing at the fire station has reached the end of its service life and has experienced ongoing deterioration, including leaks and weather-related wear. These conditions increase the risk of interior damage, disrupt daily operations, and could compromise the safety of personnel and equipment. Temporary repairs have been performed in the past, however, they are no longer cost-effective or is a reliable solution. Funds are available for in the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. The recommended action City Council is requested to consider a contract with Shaver Roofing LLC in the amount of $96,750 for Fire Station 9 roof replacement and authorize the appropriate city officials to execute all necessary documents.
Just one comment, 100% the roof needs to be replaced, but normally in our packages, we see the other competing bids and the, the winners, so I don't see that this time around.
Any comment to that? Were there other bids, or was this going back to someone we use a lot, or?
Yes, sir. There were 7 bids total. This was the lowest responsible bidder and probably the most responsive bid.
Good question. Well, there you go. Appreciate that, and Madam Clerk, I think I'll let them start up. This is item 2026-43.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't state that publicly. All right, thank you, Chief, and thanks, Travis.
Thank you.
Presentation. I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-43.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. Next, a couple of items. We'll hear from Public Service Director Robbie Stone, item 2026-44.
Thank you. So this is to request approval to enter into a contract with Atlantic Contracting Company to perform construction along West Green Drive. This is a portion of West Green.
Just a minute, Robbie. I've got these, I called for 2026-44, Atlantic's 2026-45, so which one do we
I'm sorry,
want?
whichever one you want to
All right,
start
let's
with.
go 2026-44. The demolition,
That's the
the
tank
Four
demolition.
Seasons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, my apologies. So this is, you've heard this item before. Back in January, we brought this forth to you all. It was approved. After that time, the low bidder contacted us, said they had an administrative error in their bid, and withdrew their bid. So we're revoking that award to them at this time and bringing forth the next lowest responsible bidder. So this is to award the demolition of the Ward elevated storage tank to Four Seasons Demolition. There were 5 contractors who submitted. Again, this is the second contractor, the lowest contractor. The estimated demolition and removal will take approximately 60 to 70 calendar days. Funds are available for this project, and we're requesting to award this to Four Seasons Demolition in the amount of $461,500.
I'll make a motion to
Oh,
approve.
okay.
Yep. You can go right ahead.
Yeah, I know that I had mentioned once before that if possibly, if we could use any portions of it for public art. I know that,
Right.
because that whole steampunk art is pretty cool. And I noticed under Four Seasons, one of the first steps is the lead basin assessment. So can we just check, and if there is, and then we'll find out if there's somebody that could even move it, and if somebody would
Yes.
fund the public art, but at least that might be an option.
Yes, I'll
Okay,
look at that.
all right, thank you.
Okay.
Anything else? All right. Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-44.
Well, second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item, Robbie's 2026-45.
All right, this is to enter into a contract with Atlantic Contracting Company for the construction to be performed along West Green Drive. This is part of the Green Stormwater Infrastructure Project. This was a larger project that was looked at in cooperation with the Southwest Renewal Foundation and applying for a grant through a local assistance or a LASSI grant from the American Rescue Plan Act. So we were awarded that grant. That was a $5 million grant. A consultant was worked with to perform the design for this. It was spent about $1 million that was awarded to that consultant for the design, and that's $1 million out of this total $5 million award. This project was bid. We had to rebid it because there was an insufficient number of bidders on the first round. Atlantic Contracting Company was the lowest responsible bidder at the rebid. We are recommending or do have a federal grant in the amount of $5 million, and this bid amount is $3,881,359.25, and we're recommending to approve that to Atlantic Contracting Company. There will be some additional costs associated with this project for easement acquisition, construction, and inspection work as well.
So the $5 million, was that, were we able to use that money for the consultant as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for the consultant, with the consultant and with this construction, we will almost utilize all the $5 million. Once we add in the easement acquisition and the construction inspection work, we'll exceed that $5 million by a small amount. We are working with a consultant on the contract administration and inspection work, so I don't have that proposal for you yet, but I hope to have that at the next event.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to ask this, and I'm sure y'all have already thought about it, but I just want to hear it for the public. But we also, that area is going to also have the urban greenway that's going to be starting in 2027. So the work that you're doing now, are you going to already kind of plan with some of the design from the Urban Greenway so that it doesn't have to be repeated?
You're talking about the RAISE grant
Yes.
work? Yes, so we've worked with transportation. They have reviewed the plans as well with us, and I think that we're not overlapping, but we are, have looked to make sure that they're going to be in conjunction as well.
Okay, and then this question also, and I don't know if this is something that you could answer, but while we're doing that work, I know that there's been a lot of discussion about portions of West Green, specifically from Main, South Main to, I guess it's Oak, be converted back to two-way. Is that in any of this work
Yeah.
as well?
So early on, we did look at converting that to two-way. Because of the grant requirements, we couldn't incorporate that into that at this time. So we said, let's go ahead and move forward and complete this project, and then we can start those conversations again.
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect.
Have we worked with Atlantic before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else? I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-45.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robbie. Next item is 2026-46, Water Resource Director Allison Kraft.
Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So this item is a request to increase the amount of a purchase order that exists with Waste Management. They own landfills that we need to take our biosolids to from the wastewater plant after that biosolid is processed in the incinerator. I'll note that cost is typically about $90,000 annually. We did have to request an increase in that purchase order in the fall because the incinerator had some mechanical issues that we had to work through, and so we had to haul those processed biosolids directly to the landfill. We're continuing to have issues with the incinerator and working through what those issues might be, if it's what's coming into it, the makeup of the material, or if it's actual mechanical issues that continue with the incinerator. And so this request is to increase the PO amount to $785, basically to get us through the end of the year as we work through this process and figure out what our alternatives are. We would hope that we don't use that much, but we want to just make sure we could get through the end of June, because obviously what comes to the plant has got to be dealt with one way or another. And with that, I'll answer any questions you might have.
Anybody? Okay. Find the problem real quick.
We're long-term, we're evaluating the incinerator
I'm sure
itself.
you are.
Yeah.
Threw you right into the fire, didn't it? I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-46.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Allison. Next item is 2026-47. We'll hear from Tyler Berry, our Electric Utilities Director.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
The item I have is a purchase of some pad-mounted switchgear. This is used on our underground electric system. These units, we're purchasing 4 in total. These are 4-way units that are used on our underground system. These are commonly used. It's not slated for any particular project. Staff is recommending council approve and purchase be made for $518,224.
There's no comments or questions on this item. I'll make a motion to approve 2026-47.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Last item for today is 2026-50, Transportation Director Greg Venable.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. This is for approval of Amendment Number 5 for the design services for the Triangle Lake Road Bond Project. This work is required to divide the project into 2 separate phases for construction purposes. The 2 phases will be designed to 100% plan sets, which allows us to move forward with completion of right-of-way purchase on the entire project, as well as moving utilities. Kimberly Horn will provide these services for a fee of $131,367.20. Funding is available in the FY 25-26 budget. Staff recommends approval with Cumming Horn and Associates and authorizes appropriate city staff to execute all documents. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
If there's no comments or questions on this item, we'll approve, or I'll make a motion to approve item 2026-50.
A second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? That motion passes. Is there anything else to come before finance today or any comments? Okay, hearing none, we're adjourned.